Alright folks, so this is today's catch, and we are going to be filleting them up, and after that we're going to cook them up so you can see how I like to blacken my redfish, which is my preferred method of cooking for redfish. It's just delicious. Now I have another video that goes over this, but I'll go into it again. You want to cut into the head, or right behind the head. It's hard here, it's soft here, right? So the same up here, you got flesh, and then you have the head. So you want to get right up behind that head bone, right where the flesh starts getting soft. I'm going to remove a few of these scales so we can get through the skin, because they have very, very thick scales. So I just poke a few of them off of there, and then I get down to the skin. And the first thing I do is I come up behind the gill plate down to the pectoral fin, and I make this cut here, and then I come back and I go all the way down to the bones, come up around behind the head. So you can see we've cut right in here, and then I'm going to take the knife and go right under the skin all the way up along the fillet, right about the back of the dorsal fin here. I'm going to push through and then separate the back of the fillet. That'll give me a little bit of freedom to work underneath there. And we're just going to go down the bones, over the spine, and out the bottom. You'll be left with a very clean fillet, as you'll see in just a minute. And again, I always pop out some of these scales first just to get under the skin. It really helps to have a nice sharp knife. Just run along the length of the spine, all the way down. You want to stay above this fin. Sometimes the knife will have a tendency to ride down. Right about here, go ahead and push through. Angle the knife down just a little bit, and right out the back. Just like so. And now we've got the incision on the top of the skin and the incision behind the gill plate. And we'll just start working in. You want to make sure that you get these scales off your knives. You just ride the bones. Keep the knife angled so that you don't push too deep. You just ride the bones down. Separate it so you can get about your thumb in there. And then put your thumb in there and pull up while you ride down them bones. And if you're in Florida, you're likely going to have these yellow jackets come and mess with you. They are meat eaters, folks. So this will get them going. Just nice, smooth. Don't have to push too hard. Drag down them bones. Once you get to the spine, you're going to go over the spine and then down along the other bones. You'll be able to see in a minute what I mean. These redfish have very, very thick scales, folks. You see what I mean right here. Take a look at that. That's why you need a nice sharp knife. Those bad boys stick right into the blade. Now I'm going to finish up this side of the fillet. I'll do the rest off camera, and then we'll cook it later. These daggum yellow jackets, I'm telling you. They love meat. They do the same thing to me when I'm gutting a deer too. Now, you go all the way through, right? Top to bottom, but then there's the rib cage right here. So what we'll usually do is I will, from the inside, go to about here, cut out to the skin, and then cut the skin around the rib cage, just leaving those guts intact. There's really no reason to pull those out. The belly meat, I mean, it's like a 1/4 inch thick. You're not really saving much by going through those pin bones and then around the rib cage. It's not really going to do you much good. So right about when you get to the spine where the front half is, you just cut outward to the skin. And you can ride those rib bones. And if you want a close up of this, let me know, folks. I will do an in-depth close up POV of this if you'd like. You see, just slowly start folding that away. Get down to the skin. You'll feel once you get down to the skin, you'll also be able to see it. I don't know if you can see that white right there. That's the back side of the skin. And then you just start cutting your way out. I always cut from the inside out with these scales. It's just too hard to go the other way. And there you go, folks. That is a very clean redfish fillet. And you'll be able to get the blood off of that just nice and easy. Once I get the skin off, I kind of work the meat, and that pushes the blood out, cleans it up. And as for the fish, I'll show you here. There's nearly no waste with this. You can see that goes right to the bones, folks. No waste at all. And it leaves this gut sac intact. So, next step is to cook it.